right here in the city of Lagos, in the heart of Lagos as well. Ilupeju, Nigeria. That's where we are broadcasting live from. And of course, let's go back to the update right here. And yes, before we go, I was promising you about. I promised you that I'm going to give you updates coming in from the European qualifiers, of course, and the ending tales, of course, going on in the CAF qualifiers as well. And then I have this interesting story coming in, and then I just want to throw this out to everybody as well who is listening on the show right now. If you have these deep thoughts about the Nigeria group, so a lot of things that just happened in the Nigerian group that people are not talking about now. Despite the embarrassing start to the campaign, I'm genuinely thrilled that the Super Eagles have made it to the World Cup players. Of course, I'm excited. Now, to those who kept saying things like Nigeria doesn't deserve to qualify for the World Cup, I've got news for you, all right? We'll be in North America next year. We will win both the African and Intercontinental playoffs. And Osimhen and Lookman and Co. will be flying our flag proudly at the Mondial in 2026. Yes, we had a relatively easy group and didn't exactly light up the qualifiers, but no one, this is where I'm going, all right? No one is talking about the real issue, the manipulations behind South Africa's qualification, all right? I can't understand why the NFF didn't raise any objections to the unfair advantage Bafana enjoyed when Lesotho and Zimbabwe were forced to play their home games in South Africa. And that was practically a free lunch, and yet they couldn't make the most of it. It's baffling that our football federation stayed silent on such a glaringly unfair arrangement on paper. Nigeria were tipped to win the group, but in reality, South Africa was the most favored simply because of that advantage. They could have easily bagged 18 points at home and sealed qualification early. But let's face it, they are just not good enough. Yes, they are not. Once again, I'm proud that the boys did it the hard way. We have shown resilience, grit, and heart, and I'm confident that come next year, the green and white flag would fly high at the World Cup. I just hope that's going to happen. Of course, with Sheriff, are you saying something about that? Of course, Sheriff is not interested. Okay? He's not interested in that because he was so disappointed in the game between Lesotho and Nigeria the other day. You see him, you need to see how he was lamenting. And of course, I'm so excited. Now let's go back to the update and then talk about what has been going on since we went on break in those qualifiers. Now in the updates in the European scene, it's full time in the game against Spain and Bulgaria. Of course, Spain defeated Bulgaria in that game 4-0, and of course, Turkey also won 4-1 in their center. Republic of Ireland ended 1-1 against Armenia. Portugal 2, Hungary 2. That game ended. Oh wow! So Hungary came back to equalize 2-2. Wow! You know, we were just seeing that game and we thought that was all over for Hungary, and they came back to equalize 2-2. Yes, that's so surprising. And in that game, Ronaldo got 2 goals, and Nelson Semedo was the provider. Ronaldo, also Nuno Mendes, of course, provided the second goal, and then Szoboszlai scored the first goal for Hungary, and then they equalized in the 90 plus 1 minute. Wow. And that's Szoboszlai equalizing there. Oh my god. Szoboszlai also created the first goal, and then Salai was the one that scored the first goal, while Szoboszlai equalized in the 90 plus 1 minute. That made that game 2-2 full time in that game. And of course, in the World Cup qualifier, Estonia 1, Moldova 1, Italy 3, Israel 0. Wow. That game ended 3-0 in favor of Italy. Andorra 1, Serbia 3, Latvia 0, England 5. So England were like on a roller coaster ride in this game. And of course, the goal scorers are Gordon, Hurricane again had a penalty. Eberechi Eze. Wow, I'm so happy for Eberechi. You know, he's actually, you know, he's in the form of his life, and he's doing well for both Arsenal and England right there. And of course, in the game between DR Congo and Sudan is in the 83rd minute, and DR Congo are still leading by a lone to nil. Senegal are up 3-0 against Mauritania, and that game is in the 83rd minute. Nigeria defeated Benin Republic 4-0 in Uyo today. That was earlier today. And Victor James Osimhen, you know, had a hat trick of goals in that game, looking good. And of course, he's now the second all-time top scorer for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He's on 29 goals and he's just 27 years, in just as fewer games as 45. Wow, that's an impressive record. You need to see Osimhen. Wow. So in a matter of games, in a matter of just, let's just say 6, 7, 10 games, he should be equaling that record, owned by Rashidi Yekini. Rashidi Yekini has that record of 37 goals, which sits him as the all-time top scorer for Nigeria in football. Before, I wish Victor Osimhen can break that record. He's already a legend as we speak right now, because he's the second all-time highest scorer and he's on 29 goals. And Segun Odegbami was the one that came second, and he has surpassed that and is in the second position right now. Just games away, and then he would equal and of course surpass Rashidi Yekini's record. And of course, the game between South Africa and Rwanda ended 3-0 in favor of South Africa. And of course, Morocco won, Congo 0. That game is in the 81st minute. Seychelles went down 7-0 against Gambia. And Gabon, Burundi are still goalless in the 85th minute. Ivory Coast 3, Kenya 0. Wow. And that game is in the 88th minute. And all other games, Algeria defeated Uganda 2-1, Guinea 2, Botswana 2, Somalia 0, Mozambique 1.